All right, if you're looking for a single serve coffee maker that can also froth, this one might be it. I'm gonna be testing out this coffee maker. We're gonna go over the build quality, coffee flavor, all the features, and also do a froth test. Also, I do wanna mention the brand did kindly send this out to me. We're just gonna skip right to the test because I know that's why you're here. But if you wanna see everything that came in the box, just skip to this timestamp right here. So I'm just gonna be using a plain pod. And there's that puncture. All right, so for this brew, we're gonna change this ounce to 8 ounces and then hit bold. And that took about 5 seconds to start brewing. And this is how loud this machine is. This coffee looks just how I like it, very dark, very bold. And there you have it. It took about 3 minutes to do the whole brew. On the bold setting, it did push out a lot stronger coffee at first, and then it ran through the 8 ounces after that. But let's go ahead and do a taste test. It is nice and strong. All right, let's go ahead and try out this frother. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick my milk in there. And for this frother, you do have to hold the button on top for it to work, just like this. It seems to be working actually really well. And I like a lot of bubbles. I'm gonna go ahead and take that off. Now, one thing to note with this frother, it does not actually warm the milk, but it did do a really good job of getting some bubbles. We do have a lot of big bubbles though. For a good froth, you want all those micro bubbles, which make it that silky texture. Those bigger bubbles are gonna pop a lot faster, so your foam won't last as long and you won't have as silky of a texture. But honestly, for the price point of this coffee maker, this is a decent froth. So let's go ahead and pour it in our coffee. That actually looks really good. I love a ton of foam in my coffee, so this looks delicious to me. And then just for giggles, I did want a smiley face on my coffee, so I'm gonna put a little pumpkin spice on there. Obviously, I could have done a better job. This smiley face is looking a little evil, but that coffee looks amazing. All right, it did come in a really nice box. I do really like packaging. Along with the instruction manual, it did give us a recipe book as well as a latte art stencil. This is pretty fun. So you're gonna set this over your mug and then sprinkle like cinnamon powder or cinnamon sugar, and it'll create a little smiley face design. All right, in this little box, we have the ground coffee filter option. So you can do single serve disposable pods, but you could also do reusable coffee with this. And this is a little raised foot. So if you have a smaller cup, you could put that on there and then you won't get as many splashes. And then in here, we have the pod holder, and that just looks like that. This drip tray piece is removable, as well as the water tank in the back. And this actually holds 40 ounces of water, which is pretty impressive. And there's that frother. And then the bottom of the drip tray is removable as well. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, that's everything that came in the box. Now let's go over the features. So all of these items are dishwasher safe. So you could just throw all of these in the dishwasher. That makes it so much easier to clean all these. The frother is not dishwasher safe. It does have electronics on it. It is kind of funny because this area looks like a smiley face. But what's cool about this is you can charge this on its own with a USB-C and then use this as a hand frother. And all you have to do is hit that power button. I've never seen a coffee maker with that. But also if you want to just use it with the machine, you would just insert it into this hole. So those prongs are going to connect with these two metal pieces, and then it will just work with the machine. And that just inserts like that. If you want to remove this and use it as a handheld, you'll just press this button. That will release these tabs right here so you can get it out. All right, so we did just clean all of these. I'm going to be using the disposable pod holder. And then to put that in, you'll just want to line up these two arrows right here. This does have a single puncture. I do prefer the ones that have multiple punctures just because I feel like the taste is better. But during the test, we'll see if this has a good flavor still. And then that just closes like that and snaps into place. If you want to open it, you just pull this up just like that. Super easy. This is plugged in now, so we do have the on-off button, the hot brew, over ice brew, bold. I always look for ones that have a strong or bold option because I really like strong coffee. It will notify you when it needs to be descaled. This light will turn on. I need that because I'm not going to set a reminder. So you can do anywhere from 6 to 24 ounces, and you'll just hit this ounce button to change that. 24 ounces is the most I've seen on these single serve coffee makers, so that's pretty impressive. Also, one thing to note is if you hit over ice and you are selected at 24 ounces, it'll automatically go to 16 ounces because the over ice button only goes from 6 to 16 ounces. Again, if you were using a smaller cup, you could use this little foot right here to make it a little taller, but I don't need that because I have a taller cup. Also, if you have a large cup, you can take this whole foot off and then put a large cup right there. And that was all of the features. So as far as the build quality goes, I feel like it's actually pretty decent. It isn't as nice as some stainless steel ones I've tried, but for being just a hard plastic single serve coffee maker, it's actually pretty decent. All the attachments fit in well. Honestly, I feel like it looks kind of sleek in like a modern way. Anyway, that was all I had to say about this Tastyle coffee maker. It actually did a really decent job. I liked the frother a lot. I like that it's removable. That was one of my favorite things about this. But honestly, whatever they do to get that bold flavor of the coffee was incredible. It's probably the strongest cup of coffee I've had from a single serve coffee maker. I would definitely give this coffee maker an 8.5 out of 10. It was really decent. I love the compact size. I love all the different features. It's the best bold flavor of coffee I've gotten from a single serve coffee maker. Anyway, thank you for watching.